No, not yet. Don't get rambunctious. We'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day. It took me a week. You got it now? What do you say?
It's the Jimmy Dean Show.
Beautiful. I thought you You're fine. Yes, sir. Peter, if you're ready. Anytime you're feeling lonely, anytime you're feeling blue, but wait, well, anytime you see a rainbow, that will be a sign the storm is through. Yeah, anytime, time will be the right time. Anytime, all will do. Anytime you say that you'll be back again, that's the time I'll come back home to you. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the Chuck Cassidy thing, all right?
Anytime you're feeling lonely, anytime you're feeling blue, anytime you feel downhearted, that's the time to prove my love is true.
Anytime
Any old time,
will be the right time.
any old time, Jim.
Anytime
Well, that's the time
I'll be thinking of you.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you say that you won't be back again, that's the time I'll come back home to you. That's the time I'll be heading back to you.
And now, here's Jimmy.
A very pleasant good evening to you and welcome to our show. I hate to say this, but the show this evening is somewhat spontaneous and unrehearsed. We didn't intend it that way. That's just the way it happened. As a result of the World Series. I don't want to say that there have been transistor radios in this studio when folks were supposed to be working, but for 2 days, this place has looked more like a Japanese warehouse than a studio, I'll tell you that. And for you Yankee fans, we'll all cry a little while together. I understand that they're on their way out to California now. Lord knows what's going to happen out there. I understand that Whitey Ford was going to stay with some friends out at Malibu Beach, but he changed his mind. He didn't want to be close to anything sandy. Kopak. Not sure. What was the nuttiest one? Somebody said over at the UN that you put on the earphones for the interpreter and you get Mel out. Well, anyhow, that's baseball, and I sure hope the Yankees do a little better in coming days. If they don't, I got more troubles than a centipede with fallen arches. That's about it. Thank you, Yankee fans. Don't forget, we have a gentleman on our show that's a very funny guy, and he's a good old boy that I've known for some time. He has been doing movie reviews here of late, and they're kind of funny movie reviews, and we'd like you to say hello to him, Mr. Milt Kamen. Milt? You like?
Yeah, this is nice.
Everybody likes the porch. Seems to get along fine here.
Yes, there's no house back there, though. It's a funny place to live on a porch.
Yeah.
It's nice here. It's like the country, I guess.
What?
It feels like, I guess the country feels this way. I've never been in the country.
You're a city boy, aren't you?
Oh, completely.
Right here from New York.
Yes, all my life. I remember you were talking during the day about your country life and all the animals. I remember the first time I saw a bird, I thought it was an angel. Cottonwoods here.
Well, they got quite a few pigeons around New York.
Yes, that's right. They hang around like bums. People feed them. That's what it is.
Have you got a movie review for us?
Yes, I went to see a movie that I think everybody enjoyed. I don't know if you saw it, Jimmy. It's called Lawrence of Arabia. Did you see that?
You're going to think me a rat, and nothing. But I have not seen it.
It's a terrific movie. I guess a lot of people saw it. It's a fellow named Peter O'Toole is the star. There's never been a movie like this. It takes place in the Sahara Desert, and they really shot it there. And you see the sun, an enormous sun beating down, and at the end of 2 hours, you really are thirsty there. It's a terrific, realistic movie. And this fellow, Peter O'Toole, is a blonde fellow. He's the blondest actor that ever was on the screen. And it's true. And after, in the movie, he's in the sun all the time, and throughout the movie, he keeps getting blonder and blonder. And by the end of the movie, you can't see him anymore. He's blonded out. But it's a very exciting movie, full of a lot of action.
Oh?
It starts out in Sahara Desert during World War I.
Oh.
Which is when they were just learning how to kill. And what happens is, this fella, Peter O'Toole, comes in into an officers' club. He's not a real officer, he's just a lieutenant. But these are the big officers. The English officers are discussing. They would like to have the Arabs come on their side to attack the Turks. That's the way it was in those days. So, they're sitting there and they're talking very excitedly, the English. This is very exciting. I certainly wish that we could get the Arabs on our side to fight the Turks. Oh, yes, this is very beautiful. And this Lieutenant Peter O'Toole comes running in and he starts to yell, I can bind the whole Arab nation together. Just give me a chance and I'll show you. And they say, get him out, get him out, get him out. You know, they're embarrassed. This is a movie, you know. He's yelling like a nut, you know. These are English people. So they send him out to the desert and they send him out to go see the head of all the Arab nations, Prince Basil, played by Basil. That's an Arab name, Basil.
I didn't never hear it in West Texas. That had to be.
Well, he was wearing certain kind of rags, this fellow, that made him the head man. We call him schmatters. I don't know if you ever heard of it. And rags with diamonds in it. Anyhow, it's played by Alec Guinness. And Peter O'Toole comes into the tent, and they wink at each other because they're from the same country, you know. They know they're acting. And Peter O'Toole says to him, I can bind the whole Arab nation together. Just give me a chance. And he won't take it, Prince Basil. Get him out of the tent, out of the tent, out of the tent. So they send him out of the tent, and now he goes to see the head of all the nomadic tribes. And this part is played by Anthony Quinn, who is in every movie. Now, Anthony Quinn plays the head of all the nomadic tribes. These are all wild fellas standing out in the desert. And out of the desert comes this fella, Peter O'Toole, on a camel and very blonde. They never saw anything like that because they're very dark, you know. And he has a blonde camel, too. So, yeah, he comes riding out, and there he is. You see Anthony Quinn, the head of all the Arabs, and Anthony Quinn has a nose like you've never seen. A tremendous nose, like this. Wait, how was the nose again? Aha, oh. No, it was a he, aha, I said before. That's to keep out the sand from getting in it. And in case some of the young Arabs don't know who's chief, he has another nose, goes over here like that. He's chief by a nose. Anyhow, he is got... Wait, you hear what happened?
I got bated breath. Go on.
Here comes Peter O'Toole, blonde, blue-eyed. There he is, Anthony Quinn, black-haired, black-eyed. And he has black piercing eyes. And he looks at Peter O'Toole with his black piercing eyes. And Peter O'Toole looks at him with his blue piercing eyes. And his blue piercing eyes pierces right through his black piercing eyes. And they all say, all right, you're our leader, but don't look at us. You can't stand to look at us. So he starts to lead them on all kinds of raids, you know. And he takes them and he beats everywhere. They go to Turks and they beat him up and everything. But then one day, the Turks catch Peter O'Toole and they do a terrible thing to him. They beat him up with a dirty Turkish stick. And that breaks his spirit. And well, what happens is, as a result of the beating, an amazing thing happens. They throw him in the shade. This is the first time he's been in the shade in all these years. He's been out in the sun. And when he wakes up, he says, hello. He says, where am I? They said, you're the head of our nation. He says, what nation? They said, the Adams. He says, I don't know anything about that. He had sunstroke for 4 hours. He didn't know what he was doing. Then he wakes up, he goes back to England, he's a mechanic, and the picture ends nice and easy. Go see it.
Very good. You know what? This is a very funny thing, but some of the movie companies, he has done this on numerous occasions, and they're a little bit leery when he starts poking at a picture. They'll get a little nervous about it, and that's the honest to goodness truth.
Well, I think some of them are, but I didn't say anything that wasn't, it was a lovely movie, that's all. I could have done VIPs and really got into trouble.
We'll be back in just a minute with more show after this message. A dirty turkey steak. You know, I really hadn't seen that picture, but I'm going to go look at it now. I got to see that. That's a heck of a nose. Something very unfortunate happened today. Miss Helen Trouble was our guest on tonight's show. And this morning, she had 103 fever and was unable to do our show. And so we've kind of been running around like a chicken with her head chopped off, trying to fill in things and get things done. And I would imagine that Miss Trouble is looking in right now, and we had a real fancy production number all lined up that she was going to do. And we had a set. This would make the Taj Mahal look like a pigsty. But, Helen, just so you'll see it and know how ready that we were for you, I'd like you just to have a look at it over here. Now, isn't that nice? Yeah. In her dismiss. How'd you like to have something like that protecting you? We. So, Helen, we're going to put this all in the trunk, the costumes, and we'll put the set away. And bless your sweetheart, you're welcome here anytime. Here's one of the nicest ladies that I ever had the pleasure of meeting. There's only one nice thing that happened when she's not here. When that woman laughs, you would not, bulbs break, lenses go out of cameras and everything. We just hope you'll get better real soon and come and join us, Helen. Let's see, when somebody, fades out, you got to have something to fill in. And I think we've done just about the best that we could, because we have a wonderfully talented gal who is with us on the show and will be with us on the show often. She's a gal from out in the fine state of Iowa. Sings a heck of a song, and we'd like you to say hello to Karen Morrow. Here she is. Here's a girl that's done very well on Broadway and in summer stock, and she's got a marvelous set of pipes and sings up a storm. And she had something later in the show that was a real kooky thing. She's still got that. But listen to this gal sing. Karen Morrow. Here she is.
As long as he's me, I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly as long as he
3 years ago, you were a school teacher.
That's right.
Isn't that something? And just sings up a storm. And it's good to have you here. I figured that, since we got a little gap of time here, that if you'd be kind enough, I'd kind of holler one with you.
Okay.
And I know we haven't had the chance to run it, but one time. But if you're willing, I'm game. And if Peter's got a little intro over there, let's give it a go. You got the first one, right?
That's right.
All right.
Won't you play a simple melody like my mother sang to me? One with a good old-fashioned harmony. Play a simple melody.
Well, the musical demon said, you honey, a dream, won't you play me some rag? Just change that classical nag to some sweet, beautiful drag. If you have played from a copy of a tune that is sharp, you get all the applause. And that is simply because I want to listen to rag together and hello, musical demon, said you honey, a dream, and won't you play me some rag? Just change that classical nag to some sweet, beautiful drag. If you have played from a copy of a tune that is happy, you'll get all the applause. And that is simply because I want to listen to rag. Here we go. If you have played from a copy of a tune that is happy, you get all of my applause. Because
Play that simple melody.
last week on the show, we had a hound, a mutt is what it was, and the people, the people, the letters that we got were just great, and everybody everybody loved him, and we'd like you to make him welcome right now, my old buddy Ralph. Here he is.
Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy.
You know what? You really come off tall hog at the trough last week. I'm telling you, you were very big. How's it feel to be a big TV star?
Oh, I'm not a big TV star. A starlet maybe, but not a star, you know.
Yeah, I bet you got a lot of offers and things after the show last week.
Well, you know, Lassie called right after the show.
Really?
Yeah, she's running scared. and you know, Ed Sullivan wanted me to be in his audience, just to take a powwow.
Oh.
And I keep getting calls from a beautiful French poodle.
From a French poodle?
Yeah.
Well, what you want?
How should I know? I don't speak French.
You know, I'll tell you what, after the appeal that you made last week, I'll bet you that there's a whole lot of people went out and got dogs.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you know, I have the exact figures right here.
Do you?
Yeah. Let's see, they're down here. Since last Thursday, exactly 4,942 dogs were given homes.
Is that right?
Yeah. You know, matter of fact, the movement has become so popular that other animals are dressing up like dogs just to find a place to live.
I think that's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, it certainly is. Some cats I know are taking barking lessons. Meow, meow, like that.
What?
Meow. That's how they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I just hope that you don't get so busy and successful that you forget to drop around and visit with us, Ralph.
Oh, never, Jimmy. No matter what happens, I'm your dog.
Well, no matter what happens, I'm your Jimmy Dean.
Oh.
And if there's anything I can ever do for you, you let me know, buddy.
Well, thank you, but us dogs don't ask for material things. We're just naturally noble, faithful, loyal, straightforward, handsome, lovely,
Carried away again.
fruit-load. Take over, Jimmy. I'm getting all choked up again.
It's all right. It's all right. Wait. Ralph,
Yeah.
you sure? There must be something I can do for you.
Oh, please, Jimmy. A dog asks nothing but the love of his master.
Now we ain't got a barrel of money,
Maybe I'm shaggy and funny.
but we'll travel along singing the song.
Side by side.
We don't know what's coming tomorrow.
I'll sniff for trouble and sorrow.
And we'll travel the road to share the load.
Side by side.
Through all kinds of weather. What if the sky should fall?
Just as long as we're together.
It doesn't matter at all.
No, sir. When they've all had their quarrels and parted.
We'll be the same as we started.
Just traveling along, singing a song. Side by side.
Though it may rain cats and dogs.
You mean the weather ain't fit?
Something like that. Sorry, I said cats and dogs.
Well, it really doesn't matter a bit.
That's right.
When they've all had their quarrels.
Wait, Peter.
What?
Just a minute. Ralph,
What happened?
you did that's right.
What's right?
Well, that's right was what was right, but you didn't do that's right where you were supposed to do it. I mean, if you do, let me show you. Give me the card, please. Here, it says here, Dean sings, please excuse my saying cats and dogs.
Yeah.
And you say, well, it really doesn't matter at all. And then we say both together, that's right. You see. And if you'd wanted to leave it out, I think you should have told us in rehearsal, because I was just kind of sitting here with egg on my face, and you're standing there, and I was supposed to say that's right, and you were supposed to say it because the director thought it'd add a little zing to the show, and I feel it might have added something. Now, if you didn't want to do it, all in the world you had to do was say so, and we'd have been delighted to have, just cut it out completely. Now, do you want to leave it in or take it out?
Well, let's leave it in, yeah.
All right.
I mean, after all, I'm only a dog. Can we do it again, do you think?
You're also ad-libbing. Peter, can we take it from where it says, please excuse my line, all right? Please excuse my saying cats and dogs.
Well, it really doesn't matter a bit. That's right. After quarrels and parted,
I will
be the same as we started, just traveling along, singing a song. Side by side, I'll be wagging my tail.
I'll be ragging the scale.
While we travel down the road of life,
Free from all that care and strife. Side by side.
skitty bop. Oh, I'm sorry about that slip.
I would hate to tell you the way you start feeling about this fellow after you worked with him a few times. Then you begin to, hey, I want you to help me with one more thing, would you?
Sure.
Would you just give me a little help with,
Yeah.
because, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I'd like you to hold up both your paws like that, all right?
Yeah, what you need them for?
Well, we need 2 paws for station identification.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, we'll be right back with Milt Kamen and Roy Clark and the whole good ticket now.
And now, once again, here's Jimmy.
Oh, you do have a touch of class, I'll tell you that. This is the boy that was with us last week, a nut, Roy Clark. And I was just over, while you folks were away, I was just over to piano. And we were kind of doing something. And how you got the greatest shock in life coming. Running our page on that thing one time. You don't get much worse out of tune than that, do you, Daddy? Huh? Network? You gonna pick one for us?
After that, I don't know.
How you been?
If I have my pick, I'd like to pick something else.
All right.
Well, now that that is down there, we'll leave it.
All right. You got anything in mind?
Yeah, we still have a show to do, but...
All right. I thought it was funny myself.
I did too, and I'll probably laugh for a week after I get through here. I just made that up out of my own head.
Yeah, I had enough wood left over to build a chicken cook.
I wish you hadn't laid that one on me.
This better get funny or we're in trouble, you know that. This is what happens when things go out of kilter and guests don't come around. You just sit and talk, which is kind of fun. You clowned last week. You want to go over and play something? Stand up and play something?
I'll have to stand up and play.
You play better when you stand up.
Well,
right? Stand up.
Thank you.
I want to sit, though.
Okay. Well, why don't you sit while I stand up and play something?
Why don't you play something while I sit down, all right?
Well, if you want to do it that way.
Did you pick?
Yes. What would you like to hear, Jim?
Nothing.
I thought I'll do 12th Street Rag. I don't really do that because I've never made it all the way to 12th Street. I call mine 11 and a half, but it's still a rag. It's in C chord, in case you want to keep any notes. 1, 2, 3.
One of these days you're going to do something and not clown it up, I'll bet you.
Well, if I do, I'll probably scare me so bad I won't do it again.
I haven't played one since we've been on the air. I'm going. See. Thank you, gentlemen. They said spontaneous, didn't they?
I know, but why don't you tell them about our new songbooks and pictures we got?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah. Friends, you can ride in here to the station and get the Roy and Jim songbooks. Little background. Yeah. And if you'll send $1 real soon then you can get an 8 by 10 glossy finished picture at no extra charge. And you to our Canadian friends, that'll be an extra quarter. We ain't gonna sell it.
Until I get to the hot part, you break me up.
You know Roy?
Yes, I've met him a while ago. Boy, wasn't I terrific on my last show?
Yes. The thing I was going to say, if you'll shut up, is that we used to work together in Washington. Not really together, we worked against each other is what it was. And I fired him 8 years ago for not getting anywhere on time. And I'm going to fire him again if you don't shut up. Because we have something that we want to do. When we used to work together, the big bands, the Western bands, would come through with 2 or 3 fiddles, and we had Buck, the one fiddle player.
Oh, Arnold W.
Arnold W. Ryan, and he played good fiddle, but he didn't sound like 3. And Hank Thompson and Leon McCullough and Carl Smith and all them guys come through with the big bands. And tonight, friends, we have fiddles. And we're going to do it just like the big Western bands did it. Now, fellas, if you'll come in, please. We're going to have our Western band set up. Y'all talk to each other, get acquainted, get your hands out of each other's pockets. There he is, Gibson, friend. All right. Thanks to the wardrobe department. That's right. Don't put that down. That kind of gets you out of that. Don, you're all set now. What's this? There's a head that'd make a train take a country road on a dark night. You ready, gentlemen? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antonio, where in dreams I live with a memory beneath the stars all alone. It was there I found beside the Alamo enchantment strange as the blue moon up above. That moonlit past that only she would know. Rose, my rose of San Antonio. Now, moon in all your splendor, no lonely my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antonio. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my old broken song. Empty words I know live in my heart all alone. And that moonlit past that only she would know. Rose, my rose of San Antonio. Gentlemen! past that only she would know. Rose, my rose of San Antonio.
What's new? What's topical? What's been happening? And to who? What's current? What's the latest? In other words, what's new?
And this is the portion of the show where we try to fill you in on the new things that are happening. Not the big headlines, but little things. And we got some newspaper clippings here. And first of all, this is a big week for music. It's the National Opera Week. And they have a new Italian singing discovery down in Washington. Volante, that's his string section over there. And duck season is just about to open up. That kind of grabs you, don't it? This is a duck call. Now, this is the old-fashioned duck call, this one here. Now, that may not do much to you, but it tears a duck all to pieces. They have a new type duck call now. And this one works like this. Here, ducks, you silly ducks, come here, you cotton-picking ducks. I didn't think that was funny either. Who gave me that thing? Something that's new now. Oh, one thing. Have I got time to tell one quick story? It's an old story, but we were talking about ducks, and it reminded me of it. All right. Well, we'll cut something or something. I don't know. Later on. All right, Julie? But these two duck hunters got out in a duck blind early one morning, and it's colder than a chili. You know, chili. And it's a very dirty laugh, young man. But anyhow, they're out in this duck blind, and it's spitting snow and raining and cold as a dick, and one of them's got a pint thermos of coffee, and the other's got a pint of hard liquor. And they're sitting there, not a sign of a duck, one sipping the coffee, and the other sipping the hard liquor, sipping the coffee, sipping the hard liquor. Gets to be 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, not a sign of a duck. All the coffee's gone, all the hard liquor's gone. About 10:30, one lonesome duck goes fluttering over. And the old boy had been drinking the coffee, reared up and took dead aim and went, and that duck just continued on his merry way. The old boy had been drinking the hard liquor, reared up and went, and the duck went, and the guy was drinking the coffee said, beautiful shot. He's nearly out of range when you shot at him. The guy says, for Pete's sake, man, you got to get one out of a flock like that. They weren't doing fine. You know, nobody pays much attention to the hit parade nowadays but the kids. But really, what's new in music is what is on the hit parade. And so we have taken the #1 song in the country and done it exactly like the record. And the gal to do it for you is the lovely lady you met a while ago, Miss Karen Morrow, and the #1 song in the country.
He went away, and you hung around and bothered me every night. When I wouldn't go out with you, you said things that weren't very nice. My boyfriend is back, and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey, Don, my boyfriend's back. He is coming better, cut out on the double. Hey, Don, my boyfriend's back. Hey, he knows that you've been lying. Hey, he knows that you've been lying. You're gonna be sorry you were ever born. Hey, Don,
You know, a terrible thing just occurred to me that 20 years from now somebody will say, that's one of the good old songs. Oh, something else. This is National Honey Week, so we've invited to the show tonight a man who has spent the biggest part of his life with bees and producing honey. We'd like you to say hello to Mr. Floyd Hinkle. Mr. Hinkle.
Can't hear, Mr. James.
Mr. Hinkle.
What is that? Wait a minute, just a moment. All right, fellas, time.
Mr. Hinkle?
They think I'm their mother.
Mr. Hinkle, I'd like to know, how do those bees make that buzzing sound?
Oh, very simple. They just go, you fool. After all, if they made it sound like moo moo, they would be cows. If they get cows in there, they'd ruin it.
Well, I want to
milk all over the place.
Yes.
That's terrible. Milk
I
and
understand.
honey? Oh, no, that's good.
Mr. Hinkle, what's it like for that queen bee to be in there with all those thousands of working bees?
I guess it's like putting Elizabeth Taylor in the YMCA.
Tell me, Mr. Hinkle, where do the bees deposit their honey?
Oh, they deposit their honey deep inside the hive. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, why do they do that, sir?
Well, if they put it outside, all the flies would come around. They're worse than the bees. Oh, I didn't mean that.
Wait. 1 minute. I've often wondered, what is the chief source of honey? Where do the bees get their honey, Mr. Hinkle?
Oh, chief source is from old honey jars. That's where they get it. Oh, yes.
Tell me,
that
sir.
thing about the flowers, that's for the birds. You can't get that. Try it, you'll see.
All right.
How are you?
Wait a minute. Tell me, do the bees ever sting you, sir?
Oh, all the time, Jimmy. But I'd like to sting back. Very simple. Just like that. Of course, they have their sting.
I know, yes. I know where they are. All about that. Well, what do you do about it when they sting you?
Oh, I just swell up. I like it, you know. I used to be very small and skinny. But from thousands of stings, here I am. You heard of a swell head? I've got a swell body.
Well, listen, do you have any final words for us, Mr. Hinkle?
Yes, Jimmy. All right, just a moment. I just want to say that, after all, this is National Honey Week, so take a bee to lunch.
What? Is somebody trying to tell me something? Oh, yes. This is a brand new song for something new. It is my latest record. It is my latest record for the Columbia people. And I want to get over here and show you what a very capable, that's a rough language. I want to show you what a fine group of people we have. Now, there's a perfectly empty stage, and we need a set to do the song, right? We need like a barn and a banjo player and a whole bunch of things. Could we have the set and all? Go!
Might be good for the show, but it's rough on banjo players.
Would you give me a little help here? This thing's called Thumb Pick Pete. I know guitar
I
is
don't think
your...
I've ever heard of that.
You better have heard of it. If you don't, we got more trouble than Santa Fe and falling arches, I'll tell you that. You ready for the tempo?
Yeah.
Huh? Let's see. About like that, all right?
All right.
Let's go. Down in the country where the friendly folks meet, she can use to find a fella called Thumb Big Pete. He got a 5-string banjo and a pick on his thumb, and he makes a lot of music with his finger bang bum. They call him Thumb Big Pete. Ain't the music sweet? Why don't you come on, Pete? We'll make a little music while we shuffle our feet. Cause the music is tail and a diamond neck and I just I blew the lyric, but that's all right. I'm gonna get paid for working tonight. They call it Thumb Big Pete. And the music sweet. Why don't you come on, Pete, and make a little music while we shuffle our feet? Whether near or far away, may you find that long-awaited golden day today. May your troubles all be small ones, and your fortune 10 times 10. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May you walk with sunlight shining and a bluebird in every tree. And may you find that silver lining back of every cloud you see. With sweet tomorrow, never mind what might have been. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet
Hairstyled by Ernie Adler. This is Al Sharpton speaking.